disclosure. This way we can get moving. It is 12:04. I wanted to do a quick midday video. Hello, my name is Scott Rutledge, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's midday video. I do these here and there throughout the course of the week. Everyone, usually for other access, I just do, morning call video and a recap, but sometimes, doing a video is even faster than me snagging a bunch of charts that we focused on and giving a quick update. So far, the futures were up 5 and then they were down 5 by the time I was done with my morning call. But a lot of things held where they had to. Some dips were buyable, some things better than others, some surprising scenarios, some things very calculated. Every day you come in, with a plan and we can make some money. And today was one of those days also. So you look here, chart of S&P Cash 3120 was Friday's high. We were at 3125 pre-market and now we're, 3121. Today's low is what? 3112. So that's a new point of reference, 3112. 3112, remember, what's it called? 3102 is the last one. Now, 3112 is now our new one. And now for the rest of the week, can't get too bearish if we hold 3112. And here's 3112, which is this morning's low, and this is Friday's high. So we're still kind of in this, in the range, just navigating our way. We always navigate. 3102 was what we broke above on Friday. 3073 is what we held last week. 3020 is basically right here, and this is today's low. So that's all we know for now. So if I go like this, so we call this an inside day in technical trading land. So might as well save this, save image, and I would call this S&P Cash. I'm not going to do this for all the charts. Just I'm trying to give you so you can see how I do it. S&P Cash. This will be intra. The other one was in the morning. Now at least we have points of reference, and see how it goes. Qs. What did you do today? Held kind of where it had to 202.21. Was right around the prior day's low. Went below it. Came back above it. Still below this high. All in all, not much to complain about here. Just building a new level. Here was one level, and now up. We've been stair-stepping this whole way up above the 8-day. So not much to dislike here. The IWM, not, I don't even think I traded it. It was up like 20 cents or 30 cents when I came in pre-market. I didn't get a chance to sell it, and then I saw it lower. So what did it do? It went below. It went below Friday's low, but held above this and still navigating and still in the channel. I'm just trying not to overtrade it. I didn't add on strength on Friday, so I guess that's what kind of helped me stay in it. So for now, it still looks just fine. This is my stop for the week. Pre-market, actually, I didn't even touch the Bank of America. Same thing, looks good. Buy adverse here if it starts to get going. If there's huge volume, maybe I'll buy it, but then that's what ruins the average cost. So I might just let it go. That's how it's been easier to sit in positions longer term when you just kind of not overtrade them and ruin your prices. So we started getting involved in obviously the Bank of America day after earnings, which was right here, and it's been a nice move, and now it's flagging again. This gets going and this makes a high above 33.60. It's going to, it's going to be healthy for the market. JP Morgan also. I know we made money selling calls here and selling calls here, but now some guys who bought the dip might get paid on a move above last week's highs. I'm not interested in buying it on strength, but still looks good. Along the way, everyone's like, when does this, active sequence end? When do we leave portfolio approach? Well, when the market changes again. And little by little, sometimes there's subtle clues, and sometimes it just stays the course. And today was another day of staying the course. I know I came in not long Apple and Microsoft, so everyone's like, oh, you're not long Apple and Microsoft. Does that mean we're going to get a market crash or a correction? I go, no, it just means they're extended, and I'm going to try and be a little bit more perfect. Anyway, Apple, still trending. I said I want to sell some calls maybe. You could have bought a dip. You could have bought it down a buck and change like we've been able to do from lots of times. Anyway, to me, this is a hard pattern to, actually shouldn't be. It's just, trending higher above the 8-day. This was my last real big buy, and then it took this out, and here we had another nice buy, and then I sold it last week, and we actually sold at 267. 50 calls. And now, if this were to get up to 267, 268, I have some offers out for the 270, 250s for like 40, 45, 50 cents because I think it's enough room to take in some cash flow and collect some premium, but we'll see. Microsoft never gave the chance, but it's actually coming up now. We had a great swing trade from here, sold it on Friday, and now it held in here. I kind of like this to do the same thing, sell some calls, but I want to be a little safer. Like I was hoping if it was up 60, 70, 80 cents and rallied $1 in the first half hour of the day, I probably would have then sold the 152 and a halves or something. But when it was lower, they were like 18 cents. It's not worth it. And, it's still extended. It's not really compelling. I'm just going to let it work its way out a little bit. One thing I did do, I did something, I bought Amazon this morning. I haven't bought Amazon in like 3-4 sessions, which is good considering it's been so weak. But today everyone's like, come on, Scott, you sold your Amazon around 1800. It's sitting here at 1732. Red Dog reversal. It's your tactic. It's Amazon. I was like, okay. So I bought some and I tweeted it to you guys, and Amazon had a nice move. Does it mean it's game over? Does it mean it's going to be a new situation, new sitch, where it's back in vogue? And I don't know. At this point, I'm in some. Where to get to? It went as high as 1749. Now it's at 1744. So it pulled in a little bit. You do have a descending channel here. So there is some room, I guess, to this if it wants it, or more if it's for real. But for now, it's just a trade. I traded a few times and made good money. It was actually my number one trade today. Amazon. Hasn't been that way for a while. We'll see how it goes. See, here, I'm not sure what it will take to wake it up, but watch Friday's low for a Red Dog reversal type entry, and that's Friday's low, 1732. So sometimes you have to read the language and execute, because when I'm trading, and I can't be telling you exactly what I'm doing. That's what the VTF's for. The VTF watches everything live. You guys, I try and tell you, when I do things, but it's hard because, again, Weather All Access is for me to put my game plan on paper prior to the market opening, so you can be ready for when things trade and when you want to execute. At times, I can let you know what I'm doing, but it's not the easiest thing to do when you're managing 6 to 9 to 10 to 12 to 15 positions and options and the market and your tiers. So I do try and let you know, but sometimes it's a little after the fact versus actual fact. So anyway, that's that. Facebook was definitely wishy-washy today. Oh my goodness. Now it's right back up to here. I had bids in at like 145.06 because I sold some at 145.70. I got hit. Then I got hit at 144.56 and I got hit at 144, 26. And then I did tweet to you guys. I'm like, hey, I'm buying some more, 140, where was it? When is it? 193.50. And then it bounced back to 194, which was a nice 50-cent trade. So, that was good to let you guys know. And then it, traded around, and now I'm still in it, and it still looks good. It just was not the easiest thing in the morning. Well, it's, you have to be very careful getting too big, because I got very big, but I'm feeling much better now. So I'm in it. I guess if it gets above this in the next session or so, maybe, there is a trade to 198.09. Today's low is what? 193.04. So I guess this was 192.74, which was going to be my stop. Thank God it didn't get there. So now today's low is 193. I think I said 04, which is now, if you want to make your stops higher, that's it, or you want to keep it down here. But all in all, it acted decent. Tesla's a little weaker. Why is it weaker? I don't know. Big move from its, gap up after earnings. Nice trade in here. A small little outside day there. Now it's just doing some sideways work. I did sell some up $1.50, even though I'm very bullish on it, but I always sell some when it's in my favor, so I was able to buy some more when it was down 3, and now I'm sitting. Today's low is what? 346.10. I would say, if you want to have a very, very active stop, it should be here. This low is what? 342.91. This low here is 342. So, if you want, so really, if you put 341.50 as your stop, I think you're giving it a lot of room. I'm going to try and give it to 341. I'm going to try and give it some space. I did do some work. Some guys asked me, about a call spread, if in case they just, it doesn't trade in a conducive. It's been very conducive to sit in it, but if all of a sudden, you want to have some kind of play on, because this morning I did that video where I said, I could see 50 points higher over the next 2.5 months versus lower. So I did price out if you want to get a pen and paper. Pen and paper. Okay, so if you go to March, because for some reason there's no February options. I wanted to include the next quarter. So the March 380s, which would be this spot, okay, right here, the tough spot, are $23. So if you buy these for $23, you could then sell the 420s, which would be a nice move, which would be 40 points for 13. So if you're buying the 380s for 23 and you're selling the 420s for 13, your net cost is $10. So $10 is what you'll be spending to say, hey, Red Dog, I want to be in this. If in the next 3 months this thing goes to all-time highs, sometimes it trades well, sometimes it doesn't, I want to be involved. You could buy the 380s and sell the 420s, and it'll cost you $10. And you could make 40, so that would be making $30, costing you 10, so you get 300% on your money if this trade works out the way I think it's going to work out. Besides trading it along the way, making cash flow, holding swings, so this would be your option trade. And it would also be, you'd also have it for next quarter. So I'm probably going to do it. I didn't do it yet today, but I'm going to do some kind of, big, costly, you do 10 of these, it'll cost you 10 grand. If you do 20, it'll cost you 20 grand. So you're risking 10 to make 30, and you're risking 20 to make 60. Not so bad. I usually, an option plays, I only risk $5,000 to $10,000, and that's, if I really like it. So anyway, that's Tesla. There was other things to do today. Disney was a great surprise. I bought some Disney pre-market when DP posted that it was upgraded because I wanted to buy a dip, and then I'm like, let's see if we get a Red Dog reversal, and wow, did we get a Red Dog reversal right here? 141.21 now. Nice little bull flag. I sold some. I'll stay with some, and really nice. Remember, we had this trade here. It's great when things continue to technically set up. That's why we learn technicals, because when they keep setting up, and we could focus on them versus focusing on the noise of the day, of whether it's impeachment, whether it's trade, whether it's antitrust, you name it. There's tons of friggin' noise everywhere. I'd rather focus on the setups. Even Twitter had a little bit of a push, coming up above that. I came in long it and traded a little bit. I'm still in it. Snap, I'm not in, but the CEO sounded decent, so it's still in here. Maybe at some point it gets above that. CLVS, still in. Just letting it work its way out. I sold a little bit, and it was up 25 cents, and now I'm just sitting in some. The longer it stays in here, maybe the more I'll add. Ameren came out with some kind of news, and my options were for Friday, so I sold my options for like 70 cents, better than a zero, just in case. And I was going to go out to the longer term one, but I'm like, I'm just going to wait. That guy Firestein, or whatever the hell guy's name is, he keeps bashing this thing. He must have clients shorted. But anyway, let it hang out in here, and then maybe, we'll come up with another strategy for that. This SE tried to break out, and, didn't have so much power, but still looks decent. Big gap up after earnings. I just traded it through the whole number, and 37 was good. I have a small left with a stop. I'm not sure exactly if I'm still in it or if I got stopped out. LK was fantastic. Wow. Another big move. In here we were talking about putting it in your IRA, and then I listed it last week with the earnings gap, the pro earnings gap right here, to be a long versus this, and then add here. And I didn't even trade it, and guys made really good money. I traded this D-Dog that wound up doing not a whole heck of a lot. So now we'll see if this actually can hang out better. Kind of raise this up to here now, go sideways, and then if it's going to be really good, it can go again. Some guys were looking at Uber today. What'd that do? Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. Some news came out on Lyft, so people bought Uber. That doesn't really work sometimes. CRWD, what'd you do? Held a prior pivot. 3 up days, needs a little bit of time. Peloton, wow. Look at that move. From taking out this pivot, going above here into highs. It's hard to buy now because it's so extended, but it's good to see that the things can still do that kind of move if it wants to. And that's it. It's 12:20. Lots of things to do today. I was better to do nothing. Some things you could have been very active. Boeing, actually, just because I don't really like the way Boeing trades, it's so newsy. It was up 3, and I sold, and I tweeted to you guys, and I said I'm done with Boeing. And then all of a sudden later, some news came out. It was down 3.5, and I was, oh, good sale. How'd you know? I'm like, I didn't know. I just played it for a bunch of days, made 6 points, 7 points on Boeing, and that was enough for me. If it went up 10, I'd be an idiot. Instead, I sold some. You could have sold it when it went above this and back below. That's one of your sell rules. And now I guess we'll see, does this, hold this for a little bit. What's this, 367.90? So this pivot's gone, and now today's low is now your new low if you're still in it. I chose to take it off. It was also one of the times when Facebook was coming in and things were getting sold, and that was the only one up, so I sold it, which is not the right thing to do. You shouldn't be selling things just because you can instead of... Anyway, we'll see what happens in here now. With that said, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to go on Fox Business, and then come back, and I'm going to trade the close, and I'll do my recap. I'll post some charts, and then hopefully Monday will be in the books. Have a good one. Bye-bye.